Are you parenting just like your parents? Even it's something that you don't even realize until it's too late. And then you're like, oh, I sound just like my mom, right? So we're here to because we want to help you be a happy mom. You know what happens when we talk to your children is they say, I just want my mom to be happy. And so if you really want to build a life where you inspire and lead and not just go through life on autopilot, we're here for you. This is Rita and Tammy, and we're brain trainers. And we help you overcome the number one thing that's challenging you in raising your children, being present and not using old auto programs and stress. Well, and what's the word I'm looking for?
I know old patterns, really.
Patterns
Yeah,
that you learned as a kid that are coming back for you, right?
right.
Stress.
Yeah, you were saying something, and what it reminded me of was, maybe I didn't parent like my parents, but I did ask my kids, what is something that they would prefer that I do or not do for them? And the number one thing that they said, and this was their Christmas awareness gift that I gave them. And they said, I wish you wouldn't manipulate us. And I was like, wow, and I had no idea that I was doing that. And I know that's how my mom was. She would say, do this and you get to do that. Behave like this and you get to have that. And if you don't do this, then I'm not going to do that for you. So it was a very transactional relationship. So when I heard that from my kids, I'm like, okay, what is it? How do you know? How do you know I am manipulating? And that's what they said. Exactly. If we don't clean our room, then we don't get to play. If we don't do this, then we don't get to do that. So, so I think that allowed me to step back a little bit and take my children as whole human beings. Mm-hmm. They're not my little slaves. They're not here like my dad says. The reason you're here is, that's why I had you, so you can wash the dishes. Whoa, was I not happy about that? And that's another parenting, programs that we have. So we do have many, many, many programs. So I think to be a conscious, emotionally intelligent parenting is you need to be aware. You need to be aware of what you're saying, what you're expecting, and not only why. It's like, why are you expecting that? Is it because all the past information, yep. Or are you really allowing to look at your child as an individual and seeing what is it they need and want and desire? Like, how can we grow them to be the adults that are responsible for themselves emotionally, that we allow creativity to develop? Or are we squashing it because I don't want to clean that kitchen? I'd rather you not go in the kitchen. Just ask me.
That's right. Stay out. That's right. And it's easy to just do it the way mom did without even knowing it or realizing it. So I just think that's a really powerful point to say, like, ask your kids, because I was shocked too. I remember when they would say things and I would be like, that's exactly how I felt about my mom, but I didn't think I was acting that way. I thought I was innocent of acting that way, but from a child's perspective, and my mom thought she was doing a great job, but from a child's perspective, it's totally different.
It's totally unreasonable.
Well, I mean, they're going to feel manipulated if you say, if you don't do this, you can't do that, because they don't get any choice. They don't have any say in it. They're really at your whim. And so it's really powerful to get their perspective on it. And then you were saying number one is to be aware. Number two is to just go back and notice all those things that happened when you were a child that are still bothering you, because some things that your parents did left scars and wounds on you. And those things are going to be what were highly patterned into your brain for repeating.
Yeah. So basically what you're doing is you're parenting your children from your parented perspective.
Right.
So we need to update that and upgrade that.
Yes. And then it will come much easier for you to notice. I remember the first time my daughter was upset. And then I said, well, what did you think that meant about you? because I didn't know what she was thinking. Okay, we can say, well, you shouldn't feel that and you shouldn't do this. But you know what? If they are, then the only way that we can be present and be connected to them is to find out from their perspective. And so changing your own memories, dealing with those resources from your past that are keeping you stuck in the same pattern,
Yeah.
are going to give you a different insight into them instantly. You'll just be like, oh, what did I, how did you know that this bothered you, or what did it mean about you? And uh it'll be so rewarding for you and your child.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
So like, share, subscribe. I don't know where we are on this thing, but share it with your friends. Bring your friends along, because this is fun for you and it's fun for your kids. And the greatest gift to your kids that you can give them in their own adult mental health and in their child life is for you to be happy. And we know how to do that logically inside of our brain. The way that we can help you create that, cater it to you so you know just how to do it. And your kids are going to grow up and mimic that. Okay. So if you didn't like the way you were parented, it's possible your kids might not like the way they're being parented. And so if you update this and change it and you can be the happy mom, then they'll have a whole different story about their mom. And that's what we want.
Yep.
Awesome. All right.
All right, guys.
Love you all. And